The British Columbia Institute of Technology acknowledges that our campuses are located on the unceded traditional territories of the Coast Salish nations of Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh.
Brr, it's a chilly one this afternoon, folks. I'm Jenny Sung, and we've got your afternoon sport headlines. But before we dive into the world of sports, we've got a quick little news update for y'all. The City of Vancouver's proposed budget for 2026 could see food truck operation costs skyrocket. As Hayden Stewart reports, many could go out of business.
The Vancouver Mayor's Budget Task Force is reconvening today at City Hall. Mayor Ken Sims' proposed zero means zero budget sparked a lot of controversy. It states that property tax will not increase next year. Over 600 people have signed up to speak to the council. The food truck and farmers market industries in the city could be in jeopardy as projected costs could increase by 25 times. The final vote for the budget will be on November 25th. Hayden Stewart, BCIT News.
All right, and back to sports. The Vancouver Canucks were up against the Stanley Cup champions last night and fell short and came to an 8-5 loss against the Florida Panthers. They've finished up their road trip and they'll be looking to put their loss on the road behind them as they're headed back to play on home ice this Thursday against the Dallas Stars. We've got two Canadian teams facing off tonight. The Toronto Maple Leafs are playing tonight, and they're on a 5-game lose streak. It's been just announced that Toronto Maple Leafs general manager Brad Treliving has decided to keep head coach Craig Berube on the team, despite their season so far. This morning, Treliving spoke about their 8-9-2 record heading into tonight's game.
We're not where we want to be or where we envision to be. Obviously, we've underperformed to this point, and I take full responsibility. I'm in charge of the hockey department. I've put the people in place on the ice, off the ice, so the responsibility lies with myself.
They will be hosting the St. Louis Blues, and puck drop is at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And the Calgary Flames are also on the road tonight to face off the Chicago Blackhawks at the United Center. Puck drop is scheduled for 5:30 local time. And it's been just announced by the International Ice Hockey Federation that Edmonton and Red Deer will be hosting the 2027 World Hockey Junior Championships. Edmonton and Red Deer were originally the cities to host the 2021 tournament, but because of the pandemic back in 2021, it resulted with the games being held at Edmonton's Rogers Place with no fans in the den. And then in 2022, they were set to host again, but again was canceled due to outbreaks of another COVID variant. Moving on, after the Saskatchewan Roughriders' big win on their Grey Cup victory, they'll be celebrating with a big parade in Regina this afternoon. The Riders defeated the Montreal Alouettes 25-17 in the CFL title game on Sunday night. This was the Riders' first Grey Cup victory since 2013 and fifth in franchise history. Canada just unveiled their Winter Olympic partnership. Canada's Winter Olympic athletes will be dressed head-to-toe in Vancouver's Lululemon, in dark reds and cool greens and a cool swirling pattern which is inspired by the country's geography, with our maple leaf being the star of the show. Wheelchair curler John Thurston, who will be at the 2026 Winter Olympics, says he's a big fan of the gear.
It's pretty cool. It looks, we look amazing. I was wearing the podium outfit. It's just amazing, just popping with red. Really cool design that they did. I love the jacket. Some of the alterations that they did to the pants as a seated athlete, I think is incredible.
In NFL action, moving on, the Dallas Cowboys dominated the Las Vegas Raiders last night 33-16 in Sin City, and after a week off, it was an emotional return to the field last night for Monday Night Football. Last night's game was the Cowboys' first game back since the suicide of beloved player Marshawn Kneeland. Kneeland's number 94 jersey was draped over the team's sideline bench, and each player wearing a number 94 sticker on their helmet. If you or someone you know is struggling with mental health or thoughts of suicide, call or text the National Helpline. Thanks for tuning in.